Hello guys, my name is Sub-Zero Exabyte and I am having a fantastic day. And I hope you guys are having a fantastic day as well, and if not yet hope you are going to have a fantastic day. But I think I know a certain way how I can make your day fantastic. And that is what we are going to do right now, because we are going to build a house just a normal, because we are going to need this house for Slender Boy. We are going to try to see the Almighty Slender Man himself. You now need to run because your house is unprotected and you have got nowhere to go because you did not set up any defenses. Silly you. Well, what have you learned about that now? You should always have a house that you can defend or that is explosive free. Obsidian may not look very cool to other people, but you could make something nice out of it. You can maybe add some spiderwebs and lava around it so it looks like a fort. Some forts back in the day of the monks and knights, they were then like forts, and there is a little river around it that is called a moat if I am not mistaken. But in that period of time they would pee and poop in that water as well, so that is kind of nasty. But it is a way of protection, so it counts, and it could be featured in this video because it is protective and we are going to build a protective house. So maybe I am going to build a dank castle that will rule this world, and it would be so amazing that no one would ever dare to challenge that castle because it would be so protected. But no, on a serious note, we are going to build a nice, not too big house that is very much protected but also looks kind of nice, because it does need to look nice because you live there and you should feel good about where you live because you are away from. But yeah, if we are finally done picking things from our inventory, we can start to build something that is going to look absolutely stunning, because I am Sub-Zero Exabyte and I am able to build something like that. But you know what is funny? Because we made a lot of fun about this house that we just built out of coarse dirt, but you know what we are going to do now? We are using that house that we made fun of as a foundation to our new house, so we are going to build obsidian around, as you can see, but we are doing that so it is as protective as it could be. But our little dirt house looks pretty cute inside this cube of doom. But as we are going to build the cube of all dooms, which we are definitely going to call it because that is a bomb name and we like cool names, because my name is Sub-Zero Exabyte and I personally of course think that is a nice name. But we need to keep going, because if it gets dark and all of the creepers and all of the Minecraft trolls that could possibly join my Minecraft server and then they start to troll when it is not yet done, that would not be good for business, because we need to finish it pretty quickly so none of those trolls have any chance to troll me. But I am a fast builder, so everything should be good to go and we should still be safe before the night falls. But I think this is going to be our vacation house, because I do really need a safe vacation house for personal reasons. Oh, but do not forget about the floor, because otherwise the creepers will still blow up and they could make a tunnel underneath and we would still not be safe. And the trolls can lay some TNT down and we should still be safe, because they would not dig a tunnel because they are trolls, and trolls do not have anything better to do than to lay down TNT and ignite it, or to pour a bucket of lava on top of your house and your house would then burn down. But we are not going to dig down anymore, we are just going to lay obsidian on top of this dirt and it should still be safe. I mean, it is a lot of obsidian that you need to gather with your pickaxe if you are going to build this in survival, and it is also going to require you a lot, and I mean a lot of spiderwebs. Because spiderwebs are pretty troll proof, even though you can just chop them down with a sword really quickly, but still it helps a lot. But let me tell you a story about a spider named Jeff that lived in between the two walls in a house that was also made out of obsidian, just like this house. There was no roof on that particular house, so the spider was climbing on top of the outer wall and got stuck in some spiderwebs that were not actually made by a spider, but they were just laid down by a human that was called Steve. And the spider named Jeff did not like human Steve, so he wanted to terrorize his nemesis human. He decided he could do the best by going in between the walls, and because there was no roof he did just do that. He lived in between the walls for a couple of days, but he struggled to get food because you know he lived in a wall, so there is not much food. But lucky for him, the way he got in was the way he could get out, and because he could get out like that he can get food on the outside. So he catched some cows and stuff and he got a lot of food like that, so that was nice for Jeff, and Jeff was very happy about that because food is happiness. And Jeff was getting a bit chubby, but Jeff did not care because all he did was sat there in between those two walls and eat. The only exercise that Jeff got was getting the exercise from hunting, and he hunted not only cows, but in the first stage of his experience of living between the walls he only did eat cow because a lot of cows lived nearby. But he did not want to eat beef anymore. His stomach craved for some other food, because if you only eat one thing for the rest of your life it would get really boring. But on the other hand, you would know how to cook it very well. so that is nice. But he hunted some sheeps because why have abs when you can have kebabs? But the kebab did not fill his stomach enough because it was just some sheep. But Jeff was not happy because Jeff did not like the kebabs and it made him sad. There was also no McDonald's because it was Minecraft and his roommate Steve did not cook very well. Steve did not have a clue that a spider was living there because who in the right mind would suspect that? But the spider found out that if he hunted at night he could eat some zombies and other mobs and he thought that was pretty rad because he liked to kill bad guys. He was really happy because he made the world a better place and not many people like to make the world a better place and those people are only busy with bettering their own life because that is what is important to them. But now those people still don't have anything and Jeff did, so Jeff was happy because he at least tried to better the world. But Jeff did not yet fulfill his duty to fill his belly and because of that he was still sad. But Steve was also sad, so they were both sad because they both did not have a good love life because they did not have a love, neither of them, so they were sad like I already said 100 times. But Jeff was still in the walls and Jeff did not love his life, so he decided to love someone else. But Steve was hungry as well and Steve did not have an oven, the poor sod. So one day Jeff decided to confront Steve because they were both hungry, but Steve had meat and Jeff did not have meat, but Jeff knew how to cook and he even had a little OPVEN in his spiderweb fort. But yeah, Steve had meat and Jeff an oven, so Jeff convinced Steve to let him cook the meat. Well, TSTVE was pretty impressed because I don't think anyone has ever seen a spider cook. But it was actually a really delicious meal and I say that pretty funny. Delicious. Hiya, I knew that I would say it like that. Man, now I am getting hungry and I am hungry just like Steve. Maybe I have a spider in a wall, I do not know, but it would be really cool and I would call that spider Jeff as well and he would be my personal cook because spiders cook delicious meals as Jeff did. But yeah, Steve had some pig meat in his possession and Jeff made a nice meal and Jeff cooked it good and Steve was finally happy and Jeff was having a good time as well. Even though they were human and spider, they had some tea as well and they were having such a good time that they danced with each other. But I did not yet tell you how Jeff cooked with his special method, did I? No, because I was not yet done with my story and I already started talking about something else because I get distracted pretty quickly. But anyways, fudge that entire story. What do you all think about this masterpiece with all of this lava? And the thing is that I am not done placing lava for a long time because this is like the spider webs, the liquid lava I mean by the spider webs. And these lava blocks are just for nice reasons and that we have maximum level of security. This is like a prison because this level of security is only found in prisons, but prisons have barbed wire because prisons like barbed wire so much. But what I am curious about is why don't they just use lava man like it is 2017, like just use lava man, because convicts cannot escape trough lava because that would literally burn them because it is lava and lava is pretty darn overpowered. But let's keep on expanding with this lava because lava is, yes, it is really overpowered. If you use your mind you don't even need to make walls because if you make an island high up in the sky and you let lava fall down and water as well, it will make a cobblestone wall and then you don't have to spend money on the people that build walls. But if we just let this lava that we are going to place float on top of the grass, it will spread a couple of blocks away and then we have more security around the house. But now that I think about it, there is no actual way to get in the house, and that is a little problem because if you play in survival you cannot just fly over the walls and into our nice house. But on the other hand, the mobs and all of the trolls can't get in as well, so that is nice because then the house is still secured as fudge. But yeah guys, look how nice our little fort looks like. But I think it is missing one last thing, and I think you guys can guess what that little thing is. That is right, look at my hands. The thing that we are missing is TNT, of course, because what is a fort without landmines around it? 2 blocks deep is alright, but I think we are far enough into this lane. Let's take it to the left now y'all. This is going to be a bit of a lot of work. Is that a sentence? I do not really know, but it sounds like a sentence, so it probably just is a sentence. But no fort is a fort without TNT and we need some more TNT. We are probably going to blow it up, but that is not the concern right now. Right now let's focus on getting this lane done. Oh no, there is water up ahead. That is not good because the TNT will not blow up. Well, it will blow up but it will not do any damage, so basically it does not even blow up at all. Let's fix this water that is messing up all kinds of stuff. Oh no, but we are going to put the door just right up his leg, I guess? Like it is something that you just kind of need to understand if there are a lot of ladders attached to his legs. Yes, it seems like we can now attach some eyes to the madman his head, I guess. But you might be wondering what kind of masterpiece your boy Sub is making at the moment, and I'm just making a really casual looking amazing looking Slenderman at the same time, so that is really cool. And I am not going to have a layer in his like area that his sponge thing is at, and I can make another area, but I am for sure going to have an upper layer and maybe a layer above that, which is then going to be some kind of balcony but then on top of his head, so I guess it is going to be a roof balcony or something like that. I don't know, but we are going to see. But the entrance is already in and he is looking really happy with the entrance, so that is just fantastic. Since it is in a really difficult place I could imagine. Now we can go ahead and install the inside for a bit that we are going to have, since we do need a way to have it so that the inside looks really amazing, since I don't think that Steve's inside is going to look amazing like ours. We are going to take a lot of points with this, I am sure of that one, but it is looking really odd like this. Yes, you could imagine that I am talking about the entrance to the main layer. But I guess that if we just ignore this whole thing it looks really great, and you won't notice a thing that these ladders are actually here, so that is just fantastic. Let's go ahead and make the inside really amazing with all of these holes that are in Slenderman, since he is a sponge, and we have got this revolutionary idea, as I already said, of his holes, since we need some natural light to light the house for a bit, which just looks amazing when it is going to be day, and only then we can start with making the whole house from the inside. Wait, no, that is what we are doing right now. Never mind then. I guess that was a stupid thing to say, because if your outside isn't done, how are you going to make the inside? I don't know, I guess you are not going to make the inside then, which we are doing a really good job on right now. In the meantime, our good friend named Steve with really big eyes, who always looks shook, is just making his house as well, and it seems like he is not really that far in as we are at the moment, but I guess that slow and steady might just win the race. And we have got Patrick to help us out with this really epic contest. Wait, what? Where is Patrick? Oh no, that was just something I said to scare Steve away. Since he is paying really close attention to this masterpiece, I could imagine. But we are almost done with the inside, guys. Don't worry about that. Just worry about the outside for a bit in a minute, since I am not sure what I should put out there yet, but I think that it is going to be just fine and all of that, so that is going to be really cool. And now we just need to make the inside even better, since we could use some improvements right now so that it doesn't show that it is actually really empty inside, and that the thing is that we actually barely have anything inside. But it is going to look like the inside is going to be something. You could say that I am playing tricks on all of the people that are going to come and visit my amazing Slenderman looking house. But the outside is just all basically skin and holes. So that is something that is not really easy to fix, and I don't think that my friend Steve is going to be that difficult to struggle with. He should have just chilled with his head and just not look like that. Wait, what am I talking about? I don't even know what I am talking about anymore. But I guess we just dig further into the design inside of our house, because now we are winning the house contest if we keep this good job up, which we are doing quite a good job on if you would ask me. I am almost done with the inside of the house, which I have done a banger of a job on if you would ask me. So then the most exciting part of this entire video can begin. We are going to start in making the outside of the really amazing Slenderman house. So, let's put in some more stuff so we can make a little living room look even better than it looked like before, because I think that we deserve that at this very moment, since we worked really hard on this and it was actually really amazing to do that, which is just fantastic. So, as you guys can see, the outside of my Slenderman house looks absolutely banging. And if we look at our good friend over here who is putting in some really quality work, it looks quite amazing as well, so that is kind of alright if you would ask me. And he even has a little entrance in his hand, which is actually a really cool idea, which we can actually do, since we have a character that his legs are really thin and we have to do those legs to go inside of our house as well. That's me. I think this book thing is quite amazing though. Slenderman has this inside his pineapple house though. I am not saying that his library is bad, but I mean Slenderman is always better at everything everyone will ever do on this planet. We are back at our good friend his ladder system that goes inside his well, his butt, which is actually just also a revolutionary idea. And now the insides are just banging if you would ask me, and just look at the design of all the stuff that I have brought in. The Slenderman, his house is still just kind of really empty, so that is not really good from him. Meanwhile, we have got an entire different level for our bed in here, and we have got some green banners and all of that. But I think, yes, The time has come for the most amazing part of the entire house. We are going to make a bit of a balcony on top of our main man Slenderman himself. Floor as we have got on his head is also just standard Slenderman stuff, but it is looking really good, which is once again just fantastic. But we now have to end the video. I hope you liked it, and as always I will see you in the next one.